What's up, Blue Jay fans? Rob Scott of the Jay Talking Podcast back again after a little short break. This is not my full-time job, so sometimes there will be breaks in putting out videos, and I apologize for those who enjoy the videos. I enjoy them too, and I don't like missing a day, but that's going to be the fact of the reality until I can work this into a full-time gig, which is my entire hope and interest. So, no notes today, no stats to look at. I just wanted to talk. I really love just talking and free floating with the thoughts. And I just wanted to talk about not last night's game really, but Jose Berrios, because what I saw last night, what we all saw last night, we should be very, 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 very encouraged by. It felt like a win to me. Despite what happened, it felt like a win. I'd never been so happy after a loss. Because, let me try and explain it this way. What we're playing is the long game. We're not, we want to win every series, as I say. So it's one game at a time. But the goal is the long game. And right now we're still very early into the season. What are we? What's their record? 11-8. So we're not even 20 games into the season, into a 162 game season. There's a lot to change still on this team. But to see Jose Berrios step up now back-to-back starts like this is so encouraging. It begins to cement everything we're doing. Right now, this team needs warriors. They need all of the fighters on the same page, and not everybody's on the same page right now. So we see things break down. We see poor hitting with runners in scoring position. We see a bullpen that's now ranked 21st overall in ERA in the league. We see starting pitching that's roller coastery. It's very erratic. And those are all issues that have to be ironed out. So as the season progresses, the goal is to work those issues out. And then we get to the trade deadline, which I think is going to be like a 2015 deadline, meaning we're not just going to add a little piece here and there. I see us going 1-2 major pieces, a really good bullpen arm, stuff like that. Not just little small move. This team is... I've never fallen for the... how do I phrase this? Okay. A lot of people might listen to me and go, God, this guy's just always being optimistic, but there's problems. I understand there's problems. I'm optimistic about this season. Okay, so I don't play the optimism game just because I like the Blue Jays. So that would be the difference between me and someone like Mike Wilner, who... is just constantly... He has a difficult time saying, this team sucks this year. It's always an overly rosy, optimistic view of things. I don't do that. 2016, team wasn't good enough. 2020, nope. 2021, nope. 2022, nope. I didn't buy into any of it. None of those teams were good enough. None of those teams were ready for the playoffs, for the World Series. This team is uniquely different. They are uniquely positioned with what they have to be a World Series contender. Now, do I think they're a World Series contender right now? No. And I've been saying that consistently from the beginning. But they have the foundation that is superior to all the teams that came before it pre 2016 and in that time frame. So this team is a legit World Series contender. Jose Berrios putting back-to-back starts together like this is a warrior stepping up and filling one of the holes. So now we've seen Berrios step up. Gausman had a bumpy start, but the numbers have to even out. And Gausman wasn't a 0.00 ERA guy. He's not an ace. He's a very solid number 2 and an excellent number 3. That's what he is. So a 3.30 ERA, That's what he is. That's where we want him. That's the ballpark he will be, and that's about where he is right now. So he's fine. Not worried about that at all. His numbers are where they want to be. You give us 4 good starters on this team, this is a deadly team. Considering everything evens out. Considering what's going to happen at the trade deadline. Considering what the foundation is. This will be a very, very powerful team. And then if Kikuchi, which I have the least optimism about, simply because Berrios had a good track record. Kikuchi has 0 good track record, other than half of a season in 2021. So if you get Kikuchi ironed out, if he's what he is, and again, I'm not buying into that hype yet. I need to see many more starts from him to show me that he's not going to blow up and have 5 runs in 1 inning, 2 or 3 starts in a row. Just deadly. And you should all be really, really, really excited about what we saw last night, because those pieces are coming together. Bassett's been great. He is now getting to the area of what he's going to be. Berrios has been great 2 starts in a row. He looks like he's rounding back into form. Manoah is going to be fine. Gossman is a great number 2, as I said, number 3. He's going to be fine. You get those 4, man, oh man, and then combine it with the offense, and you add a couple pieces to that offense, which we're going to have to do. Look, it's probably likely that we're going to have a weak bottom 3, bottom 4. Now, Witt's playing well, so that's nice to see. Hopefully he keeps that up. 280, 290 hitter would be beautiful. You can eliminate one of those weak spots with him doing that, and that's wonderful. But the Luplow Lucas spot, that has to be fixed. Kiermaier is not going to hit. It's just not what he's here for. So that stays where it is, although we should have a right-handed platoon for him in center. That will need to be fixed. So putting all of this together, so when I was so excited about yesterday's start, it was because playing the long game, you go, the soldiers are arriving. They're coming now. You know, we're getting, the picture is becoming less murky. And that's really, really, really important, that we can understand what's going on, who's stepping up, who's going to be there, what are actual problems. I think some of them could be in the bullpen. You know, we have a lot of guys who, to be frank, they just don't have the history to be sure what they are. So I could see issues in the bullpen. I could see issues in the 5-starter role. But here's the interesting thing. Now think about this, and I'm going to do a separate video about Nate Pearson. But think about Ricky Tiedemann and Nate Pearson. So Ricky Tiedemann was dominant again in Double-A in 3 innings, 3 1/3, I think, last night. That guy should have no more than 2 more starts in Double-A and then up to Triple-A. But here's the problem. He's not likely going to come up as a reliever. Why would you do that? Why would you stretch him out in the minor leagues just to put him in a relief role and then have to stretch him back out again? So we need, I don't know how this is going to work, because he's one of the few people, and I don't get overly excited about prospects no matter how good they are, because prospects can fail at any time. This guy seems uniquely special. 15 Ks in 6 innings, I think. A whip is always well below 1. Just dominant. Too good for Double-A. Probably Triple-A will be no problem for him. He's probably a guy who can make the jump to the majors from Double-A. But don't we need Kikuchi to crash? Or one of the starting pitchers to crash? And I don't want anyone else to crash other than Kikuchi. I don't want Kikuchi to crash. I'm just saying, if we want Ricky Tiedemann up, how is that going to happen? Somebody's spot has to be lost. So, and then you look at Nate Pearson, who's dominant in AAA. So Nate Pearson was dominant at the end of 2021. He was dominant in winter ball. He was dominant in spring training, other than 1 inning. and now he's dominating in AAA. I feel like, my prediction, he's turned the corner, and he is going to, I think he's the best arm in the bullpen, the best stuff in the bullpen for sure, and I think he's going to be one of our most important relievers very soon. I hope to see him very soon. That Trevor Richards spot, I don't know why that's open for, why people even want to go, yeah, no, just give him time. Like, why? He's not what we need. He's not the dominant arm. However, so think about just those two reinforcements coming alone to this pitching staff makes us so much stronger. It would make us so much stronger. So I'm very, very, very encouraged about what happened last night. Again, an 8-1 loss. I've never been so happy with an 8-1 loss because of what Berrios did and what it means to the long game. It's very, very good. Very, very important. Anyway, I've been thinking about this all night, so I just wanted to get it off my chest. I hope these rambling thoughts made some sense. Yankees coming up, I believe. I hope to be back very soon with maybe I can do a 3-game series preview of all the games tomorrow morning, but there's a chance I might not be back until after this next series. But anyway, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Be excited. It's not phony excitement. Be excited about what we got. Don't get wrapped up in the game-to-game hysteria, okay? Thank you very much.